my dears, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. Today is a beautiful, bright, sunny day, and I'm excited to do a bit of tea talk with you guys, and then I'm going to answer the 25 random questions tag. I was tagged by my friend over at Jen TV. Thanks, Jen, for tagging me. Let's just get right into it. So for today's tea talk portion of this video, I've got my tea in this travel mug that says there's a good chance this is wine. Super cute. In this instance, it's tea, but you never know. You never know. And actually, my husband gave me this because he thought it was so funny. So in this travel mug today, I have a tea that I've really been enjoying lately. And it's from the brand Traditional Medicinals. They make herbal teas, all different kinds, and this one is roasted dandelion root. This is really good for digestion. On the box here it says recommended use, traditionally used in herbal medicine to help treat digestive disturbances. So I just love having that. They say to drink it 3 to 4 times a day. I usually do 2 to 3. And it really helps just keep everything settled. Now I will say though, if you are not a fan of strong flavored teas, you're not gonna like it. I don't really like it, but if I think it's doing something good, I'll drink it. That's it. You don't need to convince me. I'm all in. So another one that well, it will depend on what you like, but another one that has a pretty strong taste is this one here by Yogi. That's the French. Restful Sleep by Yogi Tea. So good. This one is valerian, chamomile, passion flower, and skullcap. And this is just perfect at the end of the night if you want to make some tea. Put a bit of honey in it. Really nice flavoring. Bit of lemon, bit of honey, and that really helps the flavor. To me, I find it tastes a little bit like black licorice, and I do not like that licorice flavor. The final tea that I've been really loving this week is just simply chamomile. It's by the brand Tea Pigs. Such a cute brand name. They say what's special about this tea compared to other chamomiles is that a lot of times other tea makers, when they make it, they crush the flowers up and put that into the bag. Whereas these guys, they keep the flowers whole. As you can see, if you look, if you look at into the tea bags here, you can see it's just the whole flowers. And it's so good. The Tea Pigs, they have a few other flavors that I've seen at Shoppers. I think they have like a peppermint one, and I think they have some dessert ones like chocolate coconut or something. I have not tried that yet, but I can't wait. So yeah, that's the tea I've been loving this week. And again, look how cute this mug is. This is at Walmart for like $3 or $4 if you're interested in. They have a bunch of. So now let's just jump to the 25 random questions. I'm going to try to be as quick as possible because I don't want to drag this video on for too long. But number 1, what is something that a lot of people like that you dislike? For that, I'm going to have to go with cats. I know a lot of people like cats. I do not like cats. Now, a big part of that is because I'm allergic to them. So when I'm around them, I just feel terrible, can't breathe, I feel itchy and just awful. So that's the major contributor to that feeling. But yeah, I'll go with cats. Especially here on the internet, people seem to love cats. Have you broken a bad habit? Which one? How did you do it? I actually quit smoking a little over a year ago. And how to do it is you just do it. Just cold turkey is really the only way I've found that works. Anything else, there's all those like the gum and the patch and all that, and I really just find that just makes it harder when you then have to stop those things. So if you just go cold turkey, seems to work better, at least I find. Name the person who knows you best. That would definitely have to be my husband, Ed. What is a movie that influenced your life the most? I'm going to go with Labyrinth on this question. I can remember being like 4 or 5 years old, 6 maybe, I'm not sure. And at the time it was just me and my mom, and we used to go to the video store and we would rent a VCR because we didn't have a VCR yet at home. But me and my mom, we just loved watching movies. So we'd rent the VCR, and then Mom would rent whatever movie she wanted to rent. And every weekend, I would rent Labyrinth. And it spurred so much creativity in me, and I loved the story, and it's been the movie that has stuck with me the most. So we'll go with that one. Would you rather follow your heart or your head? Why? Sometimes I would rather follow my head, but I've always been a kind of follow your heart type of girl. Which, maybe that's not always the most logical thing to do, but there you have it. Do you snore or steal the covers or roll around in bed? I don't think I snore, but I definitely steal the covers and roll around in bed. So it's a double whammy there. If you could start over, what would you do differently? Honestly, I don't know that I would do much differently, because you always have to think, if you did things differently, you wouldn't be right here right now. And so if doing things differently, even though there are things that I wish I hadn't done or wish I had done differently, but when you look at the big picture and that all those things led to this life with this husband and this child, I'd be too scared to change anything. What have you learned from your past relationships? From past relationships, I've learned what's important to me and what I'm willing to compromise on, if that makes any sense. They kind of just firmed up what was really important to me from a partner and what I'm willing to budge on. Star Wars or Star Trek, and why? Well, I've never really seen Star Trek. I've seen Star Wars because my husband and daughter are huge fans, so definitely Star Wars. They're fun movies, fun stories. Go to a comedy club or a dance club. Who would you bring with you? Now, I love to dance. I love it. But I think out of those options, I'm going to pick a comedy club. I love laughing and seeing good comedians. So I would pick that, and I'd probably bring my husband with me, or my mom or sister, or all of them, if that was an option. How would your friends describe you? I think they'd probably describe me as creative and hopefully loving and friendly. What is something that most people don't know about you? I used to, or very briefly was in figure skating when I was very young. I'm not the most graceful person, so I don't know how well that went, but I often wish I'd stuck with it. And I always wanted to be in dance classes when I was young, and I was never put into them. And I kind of feel like maybe I missed something I'd really love. Now, of course, it's never too late, is it? I could go find a dance class and start taking it, and maybe I will do that. Maybe I will make that a goal for 2017, to find some sort of dance class and take it. Got a little off track, but... Are you a religious person? I wouldn't say religious. I definitely believe in a higher power. So maybe we'll say spiritual person. Yes, definitely spiritual person. How sensitive are you? I'm very sensitive. Very. Purse, makeup, or shoes? Choose one only. That's tough. Shoes, I'm not too worried about shoes. We'll take that out. So purse or makeup? Makeup, I guess. Quality of your husband you like the most? He's very family-minded. He's a family man at his heart, and that drives a lot of the things that he does. And it's one of my favorite things about him, how devoted and driven he is for his family. Are you the same person 5 years ago? No. Could you imagine? I'd be very disappointed if I was. I'm definitely not the same person I was 5 years ago. Always growing and learning and changing. Three truthful things about yourself. I'm a dog lover, in case you hadn't picked that up from the first question. I'm a writer, and I'm a good mom. What is your most proud moment? I would have to say when my daughter was born. That's such an incredible moment that brings forth such incredible feelings that, and pride is definitely one of those. What's the best thing that happened in 2016? I'm gonna go with I started my YouTube channel. That's given me so much, and yeah, definitely the best thing that happened in 2016. What are you afraid of? I'm afraid of bad things happening to the people that I love, for sure. Also the basement when everyone else is in bed. Where have you traveled? Well, I've been all over this country. I've been to all of the provinces and territories except for the Yukon and Nunavut, but I've been to all the others. I've been to a bunch of different states, Michigan, Florida, and then a bunch of others, because we've sort of driven across the country. We've been to the Caribbean, St. Martin, yeah, all over. Not Europe yet, though. Very, very excited for that. Show an old photo of you. Okay, hang on, okay. So this is a recent one that I screen capped from a video that my aunt posted. And this is me over here, and this is my cousin, and this is my sister, and it was during Christmas, a very long time ago, probably 1993 or 1994, and I just love that picture. I'm so happy. So there you have it. If you liked this and liked hearing these questions, I tag you to do it. I'll put the questions down in the description bar down below so you can easily grab them and answer them and have fun with them. And I will see you guys on Wednesday. Bye.